In this video, I will be going over an optimization I made to CNS's website, that being Dynamic DNS Updates, or DDNS. So the first thing we need to do to actually set this up is to create a new user with sudo privileges to serve as the system's webmaster. So the first command we run is sudo add user webmaster, and this will add the webmaster. We'll enter a password. I think in this case it was admin. And that you can also add details, and I then made the webmaster. So you can see here I've logged in as the webmaster through the sudo usermod sudo webmaster. So that means that I can operate on the same level as Ubuntu or the root, I guess. And then sudo webmaster, so I enter it, and as you can see, I can use their thing to make changes. And now using this, we use their home directory to create the place where we're going to store all our no IP content. And we can then access that directory, so you can see home/webmaster/no IP, and retrieve all the packages we need to actually start setting up. So you can see it's connecting to it, and the requests are being sent over the internet and stuff, basically. And from here, we can just unzip stuff and manage things with the packages. So then we can access NoIP2 and update the packages there. Obviously this will require a password for the webmaster, but make sure everything is up to date basically in that directory. So in the NoIP 2.1.9.1, you can do sudo apt install build essential. So this is a toolkit that contains the make command which we'll be using, and then once we've done that, we'll be able to use the make command. So we can use make, and it will just it will start setting up DDNS. So dynamic update domains and hosts, basically, it will handle. And now we actually need to connect our actual NoIP account. So again, before we go any further into this, NoIP was the service I used to get the domain name. So in this case, we'll be using sudo make install, because obviously that's the command that make uses to install the stuff in the stuff. And now that we've actually contacted it, the website, we need to type the number. So in this case, we need to type the number associated with the internet interface. So in this case, I think it was the 0, if I recall, and then enter our account credentials to the for NoIP. So obviously NoIP is where our domain's being hosted. Campbell's network netshack.hop2.org is where is our address hosted NoIP. So in this case, I just entered my credentials and my password, and then update interval to return something as a successful update. And then once I did that, I simply went back to the webmaster and created a directory for where we'll be using a config script just to specify the things we need from the actual service. So in this case, it will be our NoIP2 service. Our executive start is where webmaster and NoIP2 stuff will be, so that's where we'll do the DDNS from. That's what we'll request the DDNS, wanted by default target. So basically, it will just make sure that whenever the service restarts, the DNS will be updated with the new IP. So obviously you can see me finishing, saving it. You can see me running all the services just to make sure everything is functional. And from this, I started the services, and you can see it successfully started. So it loaded everything. And now this also displays my account. So you can see here my email, the host we're using. It gives me all the information, like my password, which I've covered up, obviously, for my own privacy. And updates every 30 minutes with enabled and with debugging enabled. So now we can just to make extra sure, we can check up the domain name service for our website, and we'll see that the server and address are the same, and the address will be the same. As you can see down here that the IP is the same as the one we have in our AWS dashboard. So it's because it's displayed in the webmaster bit.